Welcome back, everybody. Demo's Diecast. We are here today with more from the Las Vegas SuperCon haul. So we're going to be opening up our Tomica Limited Vintage Neos today and our Aoshima that we grabbed from the show. We'll have one more episode after this with the last bit of what we grabbed. Do have a few cars in the back here just to kind of compare against what we're going to be pulling out today. Some different brands, same type of car. So without further ado, let's get into it. First one up, we've got our Skyline R32 4-door. This is super dope. I do have a 4-door R33 and a 4-door R34, both Tomica. So I wanted to get the 4-door 32 as well. Let's get this guy out and take a look. Really, really nice detail. This is going to be like a stock bodied version. This won't have any modifications or anything like that on it. This is just going to be your plain run-of-the-mill stock off the floor. As a matter of fact, I don't even think this is a GTR. This is a so it's a GTS 25 Type X. So, really, really nice though. Super, super good model. Let's take a look and see if we can get it to zoom in a little bit. So you have your nice standard just stock wheel here. Really nice paint with like a blue flake, kind of a pearl to it. Rigid mirrors. Looks like they tried to put a little bit of reflection on there, so that's cool. Let's take a look at our tail lights. Tail lights are going to be lensed, so you have a smoke colored lens over top with the red dots or circles for the brake light underneath. License plate is there, but it's plain, so that's kind of cool. If you had a water slide decal, you could put a license plate on it. Skyline branding there. Nissan badge. Yeah, it does say GTS 25 right here, so that's pretty sick. There's your Nissan badge right there. I guess this would be like a keyhole maybe for the trunk. Spoiler does have a third brake light on it, so that's pretty dope. And it is cut out underneath, so it's not all one piece of metal. So that's super nice. You got your exhaust, kind of tiny, a little bit of depth to it, not painted black on the inside. Take a look at the base. Doesn't have anything leading. Well, it does have leading to the exhaust here, all the way through the cat into the resonator and then back, but it's not painted. So all in all, pretty cool. Good lensed headlights there. There is a gap here, but this hood does not open, so yeah, I'm not sure. That's kind of bad quality, but overall for Tomicas, I've really never gone wrong. And of course, with Tomica Limited Vintage Neos, you're going to get the workable suspension, and they always roll. So that one's super sick. Glad to add that one to the collection. Next up is going to be our Evo 4 GSR. So Evo 4 here, GSR on there. Another Tomica Limited Vintage Neo. This is just, again, going to be a stock example. In the Tomica Limited Vintage Neos, you rarely get, I don't think they make it modded. I think that's the whole point of the line is Limited Vintage Neo, and then they have the Limited Vintage line. But yeah, they basically just make examples of the OEM stock vehicles. Let's take a look at this Evo 4. Super sick. Dang, that paint is crazy. Super, super nice. Super clear. That clear coat, wow. This is a great model. Great, great, great model. Yes. Loving this one. Loving it. Let's take a closer look. So you've got your stock Evo 4 wheels. You've got a nice little painted side marker there. You've got your Evolution 4 branding on the side, the decal there on the door. So that's super nice. You can see that flake in that paint. Super, super nice. Look at that interior. Wow. So I believe, yep. So on the seat there, you can see it says Recaro. You've got a nice like two-toned seat. So it looks like black on the outside with maybe like some red Alcantara in the middle. Super dope front and rear. Wow, that's crazy. See if we can see anything on the center console. Do get a shifter down in there that you can see there. No crazy e-brake detail or anything. Take a look at it from the driver's side. So you do get a pretty detailed dashboard. You can see some venting right there. Your steering wheel, no painted gauge cluster or anything like that, but great detail. Rigid mirrors on this. Looks like, I think that's just painted blue. Take a look at these tail lights. Beautiful lens tails, like perfect fit. They look real, like a real car. No gaps. Fitment is just on point. Got your key lock here. Evolution 4 badge there. Lancer badge, Mitsubishi. Third brake light. You got your high-rise Evo 4 wing. The exhaust, yes, a tiny bit of depth to it. Nothing painted. You got a blank license plate again. So again, if you have a water slide decal and you want to put a plate on there, that's available for you. That's super cool. All in all, this model is great. Exhaust detail, you just get your muffler. Again, no painted detail with the exhaust all the way back. Still happy with this model though. Really, really nice. Great example. So let's go ahead and set this guy back here. So that's our Evo 4. Let's take a look at this one, Evo 6. So this is going to be a Hobby Japan example. Hobby Japan does not paint anything underneath as well. You've just got a painted muffler there. So let's take a look at the Evo 6. You've got really, really nice lensed headlights. You've got lensed fogs down here. Evo 6 license plate. Your Mitsubishi badge in the middle. You got nice venting for the hood. It's just kind of printed on there. It's not actually open venting. Some little indications of windshield washer nozzles here. You do see that blue two-toned seat just like we saw on the Tomica version, so that's sick. You got your stock Evo 6 wheel, painted side marker again. I'm not positive, but I don't think Evo 6s came with a badge, so I don't think there's anything missing from this one. Rigid mirrors again. This one is going to have some sort of reflector to make it look like a mirror, so that's dope. Take a look at our rear. Again, you got that Lancer badge, Evo 6 license plate, that dual, I guess you could call it a dual plane or a double decker spoiler from the Evo 6. Exhaust detail, a little bit, probably about the same, maybe a little tiny bit better. Lens tails, not as clean as we saw on the Tomica version. You can see the fitment there is kind of off. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But, so yeah, super, super dope. All in all, I think I'm going with the Tomica. The Hobby Japan is super nice, don't get me wrong, but I think that Tomica is lit. I think we did forget to take a look at the front on the Tomica. Let's take a look at those headlights. So again, lensed fog lights here. You do have a nice lensed headlight, good fitment. Your Mitsubishi badge, not as nice as we saw in the Hobby Japan, just kind of like a little red blob there. Blank license plate again, no front mount or anything like that that you can see. Yeah, that headlight is super nice though. Really, really good. And then same thing with this one. It's just got printed venting on there. Nothing crazy. So that's super dope. And we'll take a look at this one. This is BM Creations. Evo 7 here on the plate. Lens tails on this one, but again, not really that great. Definitely the Hobby Japan and the Tomica are going to have much better tails. You do have like a raised Mitsubishi logo here with no paint. Your Evo 7 wing. Exhaust, not a lot of depth to it, but it's there. No painted black in the middle. Take a look. So this one actually comes with 2 sets of wheels that you can swap out. So I put this wheel on it. I forget what wheel came on it, but I have them in the package. But yeah, this guy's a roller. Not too low or anything. The wheel gap's actually kind of gross. But I think it's cool that you can swap the wheels out on these. They're pretty nice. So let's take a look at that front. Lensed headlights on this. Again, not all that great. The fitment on this one you can see is not 100%. You've got a Mitsubishi logo there again in the grill, but no paint. It's not red. You do see a front mount intercooler behind the grill, so that's pretty sick. And same with our other models, not open, but it's got some type of texture to it. And don't see any real crazy detail on the inside of this one. Yeah, just like a plain black interior. This is also going to be a USDM version because it is left-hand drive. So that's sick. Let's move on to our last Tomica example. EK9 Type R. This is definitely my favorite of the 3 Tomica Limited Vintage Neos that I grabbed. Sick. Super dope. Got a little bit of flake in the paint there. Man, these Tomica Limited Vintage Neos are it. Working suspension. Sick. Let's take a closer look. So you do have your orange side marker, period correct white Type R wheel here with a little bit of a treaded tire. You do have your Type R badge on the side there. Indication of a door handle here. Red Recaros on the inside. I don't think... Oh, look, it does say it. So you can see right there on the seat, Recaro, and on this side, Recaro there. Obviously, I don't think you can make it out, but that's where it would say it on the OEM car, so that's super dope. This car would come with red Recaros from the factory. Shift knob, nothing crazy. You can tell the indication of a shifter there, but there's no knob or anything on it. Do got a nice dash there. Take a look at the rear. Exhaust, nothing crazy. Small, just like it would be. A little bit of an indentation, no paint. Taillights, again, incredible fitment. They don't really look too real per se, but the fitment is on point. Civic Type R badge, your blank license plate again, your red Honda emblem that you would have on a Type R model. So yeah, this one is super nice. Take a look at that front real quick. Yeah, lensed headlights, good lensed headlight. This car would have come with like a gunmetal housing, so that's kind of off. But all in all, I mean, it's a model, so let's, I'm not gonna nitpick too much. Red Honda badge on the hood there, and then again, the hood does not open on this model, but you can see that it is cut, like that's separate. So that's really sick. Like that gives the idea that the hood opens or that it's a real car. So that's super nice. They got that really, really well. No crazy exhaust detail like we saw on our others. You do have an indication of the header coming off into the cat, resonator around into your muffler, but the muffler is going to be the only thing that's painted or detailed. So super dope on that one. Set that guy down. Take a look at this one. This is a Hobby Japan. So Hobby Japan, not a crazy roller. It wants to roll, but it doesn't. I like the wheels on the Tomica better. The tire tread on these ones is kind of wild as well. This would be a Phoenix yellow and Nighthawk black pearl, I believe, would be the black color. So you do have a nice Civic Type R badge there. Side marker on this one. Headlights, again, got more of a chrome housing headlight. You don't have any indication of a blinker, which you would have. You do have a red Honda emblem. It's kind of crooked, not very detailed. Can't really make it out. You do get 2 black windshield washer nozzles, so that's cool. Like I was pointing out on that Tomica, so here you have your hood line, but it's not opened. It's not actually like separate. Take a look at the front plate, Civic Type R. You got your front grille. The front lip on this is going to be molded. In reality, it would be a bolt-on piece, so there should be like a line here indicating that there's a front lip, but no big deal. You do get your red seats. Let's see if it says Recaro. So it looks like, it's hard to get an angle on this one, but it looks like right there you can see where it might say Recaro or have some sort of writing. So that's cool. Door handles, not too crazy, but at least there's an indentation there. Rigid mirrors again, and they did use some chrome to make it look like an actual mirror. Civic Type R spoiler. Your rear Civic Type R badge, Honda emblem. Exhaust on this one, nothing too crazy. A little bit of depth, and no crazy exhaust detail underneath. So all in all, really, really cool. Definitely on these two out of the Hobby Japan and the Tomica, I'm going to give the Tomica the nod. A little bit better quality. The lensed lights fit better. Obviously, it's a roller. So far, Tomica versus everything else is winning. Our last one we're going to take a look at is this Aoshima. So this is super dope. This is a Liberty Walk Kenmeri. It's my first time seeing this brand in person. And I think he had this one, and he had a Toyota something and something else. So I was like, man, out of all the three he had, I really wanted the Kenmeri the most since I don't have one in my collection so far. Really, really happy to add this one. Super, super nice. Let's take this off and take a closer look. Crazy good. This is sick. This is really, really nice. Super, super nice. Really happy to add this one. Let's review some of the stuff we see here. You've got a silver gas cap there. You've got your rivets, which it looks like not only are they indented, I thought they might have been painted silver, like a silver dot on each of them, but they're not. So the rivets give the idea that the fender is bolted on, but there's no separation there. There would be a gap. It wouldn't be molded per se. If it was molded, you wouldn't see the rivets, but not too big of a deal. You do have a door handle here, little indication of a keyhole there, tiny, tiny mirror on this side. The wheels are not the greatest. I don't like the fact that this is not like cut out and open, that it's all one piece. But, price point on these isn't crazy either. It looks like it wants to roll. Yeah, that tire's kind of off. So I'll mess with it and see if we can get it to roll. Take a look at our rear. You got your rear tail lights. Nothing to the rear on this car at all. The paint on the rear tail lights is kind of Like this one's not all the way painted. Really, really heavy and dark in here, and then like nothing on this side. This one the same way. Got some rivets on the trunk there for the rear spoiler. Let's take a look at this side. So you have this on both sides. I'm not positive. One of these would probably be the gas tank, but yeah. So nothing too crazy on this, but it is a really nice model. You do have a lensed headlight, painted blinkers. This would be an oil cooler. By the way, for those who are saying these headlights are crooked or might be thinking, these headlights are like this in this car. That's how they come. They are crooked like that. So that is correct how the car is in real life. Got a front grille. This would be an oil cooler, and then you would have your lines running from the engine into the oil cooler, through the oil cooler, and then back up to the engine. So that's super dope. They could have painted the oil cooler itself chrome and left the lines black. Would have added a little bit more detail, but nothing too crazy. Does have a red cage in there. That window's kind of small. I can't really see too much detail. You see the seats in there. It doesn't look like crazy detail. Yeah. Looks like you might have like a drift brake, or like maybe that's the shifter. The reflection's kind of messing with it, but yeah, overall super, super cool. Like that model a lot. Let's move our 32 out of here. Let's put this guy back, and we'll take a look at our Hako for the last car. This is gonna be a Hakosuka. This is an Inno64. So this one is actually wants to roll. Part of it kind of rolls. The rear rolls really well. The fronts, they want to. So let's take a look at this guy real quick. You got your Watanabe wheels. Yeah, so these are actually going to be cut out. with like a rotor behind it. You have your black over fender here with an indentation where the rivets would go. A little bit of texture for the door handle and an indication of a keyhole here. Your rigid mirrors up front. Nothing crazy on the interior of this one. The steering wheel does look pretty good. At least it's open. It's not like one solid piece. You got your rear window defrosters. Take a look at that tail. Red tails outlined in chrome, which is correct. GTR badge, Skyline 2000 GTR on the license plate. You got your bumper. The spoiler, there is space under there, so that's actually pretty dope too. That's not a third brake light. I guess it says Skyline. Yeah, they wouldn't have had third brake lights back in this time period. I want to say this is a 72 model, 1972. And let's take a look at our front. Really, really nice on the front. Lensed headlights. You got your GTR badge in the grille. Skyline 2000 GTR front license plate again. Nice grille there. So all in all, this one's super, super dope. So really, really happy to pick up the 3 Tomicas that we looked at and add those to the collection. And then, like I said, happy to show you guys some other brands of the same car so you can kind of get an idea. Maybe you're looking, but that Evo, out of the 3 Tomicas that I got, that Evo is definitely my favorite. And I'm a Honda guy, but that Evo is crazy. So if you're into Evos or you're looking for one, that Evo 4 is dope. So thank you guys, man, for tuning in. We appreciate you. Hope you guys had a great week. Good luck if you're out there hunting. Again, those boulevards are popping up. I went and hit a store last night. I found 2 of the Advan vans and 2 of the Yenko Stinger, and that was it. They took everything else. So it's tough going out there, but if you're out there hunting, hitting the streets, man, good luck. Wish you the best. Thanks again, like I said, for tuning in and checking everything out. Leave a comment down below about which one of the ones we opened today was your favorite, how you thought they compared to some of the other brands that we showed. So thank you guys. We will catch you very soon on the next one to open up our final 3 pieces. Super excited to get those opened up, so you'll probably see that video sooner than later. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. One love.